Apologies, it appears my sound system is going slightly crazy. I will endeavour to fix that before I actually go and start up the game, if you'll all give me 1 second. Yeah, that seems to be better. Hopefully that's fixed it now. Seems to have. Alright. Well, without further ado, I guess I'll crack on. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh, we're going to be playing some Shadowrun Returns. I love the Shadowrun setting. I think it's a great, poorly rated setting that nobody actually uses as often as they should. The idea of elves and dwarves and everything into a futuristic cyberpunk is very interesting to me. Let's volumize a little bit though. Hello, dual wielder. Now, water break this early, fair enough. Tasty. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Play on normal. Good night, dual wielder. Let's just play a basic human. Physical adept or none? Well, let's do a custom then. Let's female. Let's pick a male. Let's predict generic mins. Music's a bit loud, can do. How's that? It's always like this whenever you start up a new game. It's real hard to get the settings right the first time. Yeah, generic McGenericson sounds good to me. Well, we can mess them around a little bit. Yeah, nice. Karma represents the experience the characters earn while running the shadows and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills. Yep, we get that. Alright. We don't want to make scrumbles, so let's give them a little bit of intelligence. Willpower will give us spellcasting. Charisma is always useful. Street etiquette. And we'll take security. I don't need any of that. Jeez, trolls get a lot. Take body, some quickness. Let's put some more into SMGs. A little bit of strength. Maybe some basic decking. Yeah, I don't really need willpower. I'm not making a spell summoner. There will be a character for that, I'm sure. Make Mr. Zinta. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodation. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova Hot working jobs that allow you to eat at a 5-star restaurant. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slugging fixer hasn't called, money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free to starve. The cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your nuyen. Something needs to change, and soon. Ah yes, I too also like to store all my foods and vegetables in a rotting pile here. Your notebook. List of contacts. Carter Detroit, Fixer, no response to message. Dowd, Runner, dead. Felton Nash, Fixer, missing since Fev. New Larry, Runner, dead. Sam Watts, Runner, probably in a gutter. somewhere. Sangoma, runner, dead. Half-jack, dealer, retired or dead. The list goes on, all either dead or just plain dead. Personal calendar, it's empty, nothing to do. Someone calleth. State of the art since 2050, broken since 2051. Sam Watts. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey buddy, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again, or worse. Where have you been, Sam? I haven't heard from you in months. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. Cheery fellow. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living the high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. Hey, you remember that Renraku run when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd, that's a name you haven't heard in a long time. "3 years ago, a makeshift bar on Seattle docks. The night Dowd went down. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. I hate this fragging city, Zenthar. Ooh, that's awkward. It's wet and the rain feels like acid and I want out of here. We wait for the money. Yeah, sure, of course. I'll wait all night if I have to. Sam is a good guy and can hold his own in the fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. He shakes his head. That run went sideways, 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Smell funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look where they set the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the dreck, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down and wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. You, Larry, has something he wants to say, don't you, Larry? Go ahead and spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. Hello, Kai. That true, Sam, or did you miss a beat back there? No, I didn't miss a beat. I was on my game the whole time. Remember, I was on point. Knew Larry was supposed to cover Dowd. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it. Don't ya, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dowd? I've seen you fling lightning bolts, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder in the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. Did you keep us here long enough, Larry? He stops and smile slowly appears on his face. Looks that way. Sorry. Kinda liked you. I just like money better. Then Goma, we've got incoming. We've always got incoming. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. You should choose our friends more carefully. Buy you a drink after this. You'll owe me several. Turn-based combat. Okay, I'm sure I can figure this out. Time to geek the mage. There we go. Get stacked up. See, it's nice to have a game that actually has proper damage percents and hit chances. Of course, there's more of them. More corpo-sec bastards. Geek the mage. Now, if we kill both their casters, that should disappear. Nice. No, enough ammo. God dang it. Then Goma lowers her gun. Hi, Sam. You okay, Sam? Sam is breathing heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. Out of the life, you did good. You don't look so good. Yeah, you did good, buddy. You were born for this gig. Me, not so much. I think it's gonna hang it up. Find a nice brothel somewhere. Stay drunk till I croak. Ah, war crimes, drugs, all of the above. Who knows? We'll find something. I'll find a safe house out of town, lay low. Renraku has a long memory. I do too. I don't forget my friends. You stare at Sam's face on the comlink. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe I'm the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 Nuyen insurance policy, payable when you find out who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with a justification. Either works. Contact my law firm. Rogers, then Gert and McCain when the job is done. They'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet? Camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Watts' wishes, Roger, Menard, and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line, so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. Camera swivels back to Sam. Look, I've led a Drek life, and I probably left a Drek corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'd say my schedule's pretty clear right now. Hope you just said yes. I've got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. If, when, my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Guess I'm heading back to Seattle. The dead man switch. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Organ grinders, a legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nuyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems this is where Sam's Watt's body ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Going pretty good so far, Cake Boss. We've just started. I've completed a tutorial battle, and now we're going to go find our friend Sam Watts, who appears to be in a Ripper Docks chop shop. You can call them that. No one at reception. This surely doesn't bode poorly at all. I'm in the back. Okay. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. This guy seems a cheery fellow. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job a little more than you'd think, or little more than you'd want or expect from someone in the chop shop trade." As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes. Now, it might just be the straight reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. Some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? Are you the coroner? I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here, so yeah, that makes me this franchise's era coroner 2. And you are? No one you've ever heard of. Now tell me about Sam Watts. Fixes you with a hard case. Careful, friend. I have a Lone Star here in 2 minutes. Now, what makes you think I know anything about Sam Watts? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet. Not with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. Yeah, no one gives a fuck if it's out in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? Never mention a figure. That'll just get them interested. Hey Jack, good to see you. Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch. North raises his eyebrow, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over there. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. Third one was downtown. Emerald City Ripper. Not my title. That's what the Seattle Press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Watts's liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, the third had the spleen removed. McCluskey. Dresden, get out here. Got a mid-key. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of Central Casting. If you ignore the tusk's pointed ears and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper, Vic Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. You insisted at the time. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. Ripper's case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. Taking organs. For blood sacrifices? Interesting. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed, with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So, I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. Don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You note his superhuman powers of observation. I ain't calling him stupid, but his intelligence has a cap. Who the hell are you? I'm the nobody who didn't hear anything. I'm new in town. Be the welcoming committee. I don't have the strength to tell him none of your business. Or are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. Lone Star's not going to help us. He's invested in this, so... I'm new in town. Are you the welcoming committee? If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get in my way, you'll end up back here on a slab. Sure thing, buddy. Dresden, get me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. Charming fellow. You always make friends that easily. I'm great at dinner parties too. Cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? A job's a job, and this one pays better than most. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 new yen a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor. After a fashion, I try to honor the dead in work, so we have that in common. On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career and wallet. What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? Official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the official in that sentence? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms. She didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ grinders only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though. They don't care where the bodies come from, either. Doctors still learned how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession used them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful? Okay then, I'll go do that. Cold storage is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Like, you gonna be a dude in this drawer who's alive? The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest, in addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen. The body seems to be in very good condition. Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. Just hanging out. Nothing better to do on a whatever day this is. In one quick move, he jumps from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue's locker, he seems pretty unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. An interesting combination. Tell John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. What do I look like, a damn alarm clock? Give me a break, Chummer. I haven't had any of my soy calf yet. I can't imagine he's got a TV or anything in there, but I suppose he's got a data jack so he can do what he wants. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Oh, he's a Ripper victim. Did you know him? Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then. Over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, I believe it. Or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around for the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell from behind those shades. Alright then, name's Jake, and you are? Call me Zinthar. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right, I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy was hanging out at the seamstresses' union that night. Tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gang has got the jump on me. Damn, maybe you needed some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. What was wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud, squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Zereg von Bromenstein? Good evening or morning? Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers. Thought they could turn a quick profit off of my head. Jake smiles and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Oh, nice. Exotic. Okay, I can't pronounce that. I'm going to call you stratagems. Sorry about that. I actually haven't played a Shadowrun game for a long time. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him until he turned up here. Ah. I figure I might play this one and then we can move on to the expansion. I know there's like Hong Kong and all the other ones, Fallen Dragon and the like. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. We've done this before. You've done this before. It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Well, considering that the average guy, as in not a mortician or something, or a coroner, they only end up in the morgue once. Okay, that's fair enough, hidden boss. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you'd get a free night's stay. I did not know that. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, we found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union. Missing liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. Their leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit these streets alone at night. Trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. Maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. Well, that'd be mighty kind of you, Mr. Armitage. Nice. What do you say? Nice to have someone watching your back out there, assuming you can trust them. Got it. Riggers are important. I get it. Gotta be careful in this trade. I'm not one to go back in a deal, though. John can vouch for that. Plus, you know where I'm hiding out, right? It doesn't leave me a lot of room to sell you out. What do you say? What do we do? I don't want to piss him off by asking for money, but money's always good. I don't work for free. I fight. I get paid in Nuyen, not tours. Guess I'd say the same in your shoes. Fine. There's a cred stick worth 1,000 Nuyen with your name on it. Help me dust those gangers and it's yours. I ain't gonna push him. Great. I've been hiding out ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners, whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this mall in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. Oh, you need a weapon? Happen to have an SMG with you? Prey and pray, fair enough. Take this. It's a little beat up, but it works. A Beretta Model 70. I think I've ever seen one. Tell me more about these gangers. Well, they're one of the nastier gangs in town. Their symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern. But you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll by the name of John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners and the Barons looking for me. If we take him out, maybe I can breathe a little easier. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. You can leave whenever you're ready. Can I interact with my dead friend's body at all? Yes. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten in the back. Blood has made it illegible. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Remember, he didn't need it anymore. It's fine. It's Sham's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Handwritten note. You can see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we argued. We have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there, love, Jessica. Hey, Sasquatch. Put down evidence back. To the Barrens. See you later, Kai. Have fun. The Redmond Barrens. Run in the Seattle sprawl, and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business. The Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. He stashes around the corner in the alley. Find Jake's stash, huh? I mean, we can do that, but who's this man? As you approach, the man sizes you up. You can see the age-old fight-or-flight equation running behind his drug-clouded eyes. Beneath the track marks on his arms, you spot a set of tattoos that indicate he is, or at least was, a shaman. Hey man, you okay? Yes, no, I saw something. It's going to kill me. Okay, calm down. What's your name? My name is Vlad. That's some nice tattoos. Are you a shaman? The word shaman strikes a chord. It seems to shake off some of the mental cobwebs. Yes, I'm a shaman. I thought so, Vlad. What did you see? Yes, I saw something. The other night I saw a spirit of so dark, so alien that Vlad trails off and shudders. Where did you see this spirit? Just across the street from the Seamstresses Union. It's gone now, Vlad. It's not going to kill you. You're safe. Thank you. I think you're right. I feel better now. I'm a whole now. I think I need some sleep. Yeah, you go have a nap, buddy. That sounds like a good idea. Not right now. Thank you, madam. Crows. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. Open the safe with the mag card. Smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. Basic med kit, and a Sony CTY 360. How? Dang. So welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Named Drek in every city these days. True, I've been around, but Seattle's still a runner's paradise as far as I'm concerned. Now that you've got some gear, let's go deal with those Halloweeners. I have 2 karma to spend. Mark target increases your chance to hit the enemy. Drone control. Small submachine gun with big damage potential. 3 programs. ESP 1, Evasion 0, IP 150, AP 2. Ooh, plenty of medkits. Alright. Let's go. Go talk to this worried man. The man before you appears well-mannered, but nervous. Excuse me, sir, I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. And we need some help. Okay, I only fight when I've been paid to. Oh, we can pay you. Some thugs are shaking down the markets. We've set them up. We've set up here, and we'll be getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them forever, but no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. Okay, how many and how much? I think there's only 2 of them right now. I can talk about a price, but Mrs. James will surely reward you fairly. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Where do you say the market was? Oh, thank you. Just keep heading north. You'll see it at the end of the street. Clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden. Yeah, that's not my business, but I wouldn't go that way. Right, what's going on? There's some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again. He points to the south. They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes, set up camp in the old street market, and they've been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anyone that wanders past. Typical. Well, odds are those are the guys we're after. He laughs. Think I'm dumb enough to get caught out in the open by one of those assholes? Nah, I know these streets like the back of my hand. Worry about your own skin. Anything I should know about these gangers? Well, their leader's a big old troll named John Paul. Real piece of work, even for a wiener. Wieners. Yep, that's him. You'll be in for a rude surprise. You might want to clear out before the shooting starts. He looks you over, then nods. No need to worry about me. I know how to lay low. They're a tough bunch, though. Don't say I didn't warn you. They're over there. I ain't gonna hurt you. Yet. Looks like we got 2 front door guards. One with a baseball bat and one with an actual gun. Wouldn't be much to take out. Hey, asswipes, take another step forward and I'm going to plant you right here. This is Halloweener property now. This is one of the 2 that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute. You're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, Chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty and killing you. Well, that'll be a nice bonus. God damn. That was instantaneous. Note to self, quick save more often. Let's go back to talking to Vlad. Yeah, there was no fucking around. I just said hi, and then the shaman was like, "Hey, I need your balls to explode and your brain to melt. Thanks." Well, I was expecting to be able to, engage them from a distance. Instead, it was like, "Hey, you gotta fight this guy right now." Well, since I've got some karma to spend, we may as well do it. Same Drek. Right. How many? How much? See what I can do. North. Alright, cool. Thanks, buddy. Good talk to Sarah again. I mean, she probably sees people get stabbed, shot, murdered every day. As long as they're not messing with her, she's cool. Alrighty. Good advice, friendo. Seriously, can I just go into combat mode and shoot this guy? Cover. That's better. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Oh, that's a goddamn shotgun. He's dead. Well, that was less critical than I thought it would be. No line of sight, huh? About hold action. No, that doesn't exist. Got him. No, he does have spells. Whoa, uncle, I was just playing with you. I'll call off the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? Jake? Yeah, I'm already shoot on sight status with these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Hell, they'll be doing the same to you as soon as there's profit in it. Alright, let's finish this. Gained a comma. No free items or new yen from these guys? That's pretty lame. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll keep that one in mind. But we have barely anything left. Not my problem. Pay up by morning or else. The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he's about to stop breaking things. Bet your mom's real proud of you right now. I ain't never heard that before. I don't see a badge, so I don't mind your own. Business. Dusting you is gonna get me paid. I knew you were looking to cause static. Dash. Ice. No, dash. Ice this guy. Everyone loves shotguns. I knew she'd heal him. Oh, what kind of piss range is that for a grenade? What the hell? Well, that was relatively easy. I cannot thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed. Those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our way in the world. Shopkeeper holds out a few new yen. Please, it's the least we can do. Yes, you're correct. That is the least you can do. 48 new yen. Jesus. Does the worried man have any more for me? Commerce is like weed taking root in the cracks and crevices of the world. Wherever it can, a small street market has flourished here amidst the crumbling buildings of the Redmond Barrens. Yeah, I'm a bit familiar with Shadowrun in general, but not overly. But I didn't pick an archetype, I just threw around random skills. So basically it's sort of a talky decker. I like the setting of Shadowrun more than anything else. Ooh, Donut Man. Hey, Chummer, got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Okay, what do you got? Combat stim that increases body 2, strength 1, and willpower for 5 rounds. How much is this crap? 40 new yen. It's just their slang, as far as I'm aware. I don't know the... What's the word I'm looking for here? Can't remember it. The origin of Chummer, but it's just like, hey friend, or anything like that. Smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burnt soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dust sewage stench of Redmond streets. The troll working the stand is covered in food stains older than he is. Stellaris is a headache. Friend, friendo, chum, chummer. Yeah, that's it. Did you see a murder in the alley across the way? Nope, it was closed when it happened. But hey, it's the Barrens. Back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins. This is why I always play determined exterminators in Stellaris. I get so annoyed with the required things, it's just much better to fly around and eat everything. The Barrens. Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch of we're on is called Turretsville, though. Suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. Fewer muggings, and you might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. Wouldn't recommend it, though. He scratches his armpit. I'll pay 10 new yen for a jelly donut and a soy calf. Enjoy. See you around. Ah man, fucking Lone Stars at the crime scene. Probably includes that doofus. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Oh, hold on a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a Corp issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for your help with the Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take Nuyen where I'm going, and you look like you could use the funds. I could use the backup, and he is good. The Schwartz is strong with this one. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink. That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears in the shadowy depths of Redmond Barrens. Well, that's annoying. Bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline in the dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance of the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. Oh, looks like I found a use for my soy calf and donut already. I keep telling you I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm gonna die in the cold tonight. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in here. Yeah, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Ah, charming. Typical. Yeah, I hate all you pigs. Wah. Haha, etiquette security sounds much better. Come on, clearly I'm not with this star private security contractor. Temporary assignment. Sounded like your bosses showed a few guys this week. Yeah, we've been spread pretty thin lately. Anyway, about fragging time someone showed up. Thanks for the relief. How about you, old timer? Do you want my donut? Yeah, he does. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, the one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? You look cold and hungry. Want a hot soy calf and a jelly-filled donut? I'm homeless, not helpless. Thank you. No thanks. Remember the old days of the taste of real coffee. Let me tell you, that dreck, that's not real coffee. Know anything about the murder that took place here? You copper? Or working for some corp? Just a freelancer. I need to ask you some questions. Good. Never told those cops and salarymen nothing. What do you want to know? So it sounds like you live in this alley. Sure, for the last couple of months I've been sleeping there, but I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchant, panhandling tourists over near the Seamstresses Union. Did you see the murder? Nope, can't say sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates with Mrs. James up at the market. Can't carry as much as I used to. Took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. But then, that jerk-face in uniform already set up shop in my alley. What else did you see that night? Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping round the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf. But Dan over there seemed nervous. And then he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Can you tell me more about the troll's cyberware? Well, it was big. I think it must have had some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It was a lot like one I saw back in 44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, never trusted one of them cyber people. See you around. Investigate in time. It's the shards of glass from broken lights. You find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. This work light isn't here. You can see that all the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded by some force, shattered at the same time. Age fuckery. There are 2 distinct sets of footprints, a human's ending at the chalk outline. And a larger set, possibly orc or troll, following just behind the first. Okay. Great, now I've glitched it. There we go. This looks like the coat and the blankets the old man was trying to get back. Examine the area for evidence. As you shuffle through the bundle of cloths aside, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m., right around the coroner's reported time of death. Customer, Sam Watts. Server, name listed as Coyote. Nice stuff. Mighty decent of you. I don't see that kind of thing too often out here. Cool. I've got another lead. Coyote at the Seamstresses Union. See what else we can see around here. The dwarf merchant is packing up his stand for the night. I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. We got a great view of that area across the street. Don't suppose you saw the murder that happened there. Sure. I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Things got pretty quiet after that. Let me guess. You didn't go running over to see if that guy was okay? Hell no. Around here, that kind of thing gets you killed. Thank you for your time. No problem. No, you saw him, and he ran off in this direction. Not much more than that, though. Can I save? Oh wow, I got 5 karma. What else can we do here? Drone control. Put some things into willpower. Yeah, need some willpower because I'm going to get unfortunately destroyed quite often. Relative to the rest of the Barrens, Touristville is a neon-clothed oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of illegal and opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangers strut in the streets, and the occasionally salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, built and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. A wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. You enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. Hey guy, I got some extra outfits I'm trying to unload. You want first dibs? Yeah, I'll take a look. What you got? HP plus 3, Charisma plus 1. I'm guessing all these are standard outfits. Oh, that grants plus 1 willpower. HP plus 3. I'll take the tourist look, I think, for that extra intelligence. Oh, wow, that takes a lot of loading. Now I've got a Hawaiian shirt on. Cherry Bomb. The bartender is a striking elf sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize, save me, and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for the maximum extraction of tips. Hey there, I haven't seen you here before. What can I get you? Something dirty and a clean gas. Ooh, a hard case. I like that. Okay, hard case. I'll get you something stiff. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have history. They try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Shane. Cherry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead or worse. The Ripper is out there, and he's real. That last killing happened just down the block. Now Coyote's missing. Probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting a PH freaking D from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ogermans. Now I'm paying for it. Bartending. Tips. There are Foster's ways for barren girls to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. What do you want from me? I want what you want. Better life, a better world for everyone. The Universal Brotherhood can give you that. Haha, yep, sure. Cult! A cult! I've heard all this before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different. I'm different. The Brotherhood... Cherry Bomb's pretty face is hard, armored in lipstick and low expectations. I like her. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about the money. It's about building the world together in the Brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Telestrian give a talk last night called New Family of the Sixth World. I actually don't, but they sound like Zionists and the like. Got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, but I'd choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now buzz, I need to get back to work. With a body language that leaves no question about the conversation is over, Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. Sorry, I got interrupted. I heard he's got the strength of the righteous, doesn't he? Boyfriend find religion. Oh, you had to go through that. Sounds like you got big plans for yourself. You're a pretty eye soften. Yeah, I do. Can't stay here forever. You got a look that says you're not just here for the entertainment. Your badge? Nope. I didn't think so. You look like a runner to me. You're trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I have a few questions. Oh, I'm aware of the bug spirits. I know all about that story. Strange, I've been playing this game for a while and no one's yet met a BTL chip or anything. Or NERPs. There they are. NERPs. New exciting retail products. I have a few questions. Ask away. Oh, tell me about this place. Some come here for booze. Some come for companionship. Others are looking for something they can get anywhere else. If it's illegal or immoral, and it can be bought, sold, rented, or consumed, they can probably find it here. The Union seems to attract people like you. Who was that you were talking to? Shane, old boyfriend. He used to work here, and one day he saw a billboard for the Universal Brotherhood. And that was that. Went to a meeting, made new friends, moved in with them. I was happy for him until he started coming around trying to recruit me. Excuse me. I don't need that Drek. The guy mentioned Coyote. She here? No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? She a shaman? With a name like Coyote? No. She shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. She'd been missing for a couple of days now. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. Have you heard the name Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a bit game, but always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, he went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam the night he died? No, that was Coyote's shift. Who runs this place? I want to talk to him. That'd be Mrs. Kubota. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Thanks for the intel. I appreciate it. Gotta punks have to stick together. Talk to you later. Good old nerps. I'm guessing that's how the Wyvern Tooth Ale. The Asian woman's expression reads, open for business, but her demeanor reads, dealer rather than companion. She has a jack on her neck, a gun on her hip, and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with the sneers. You look like you know your way around. Need something? Weapons? Matrix tech? Show me what you got. Consumables? Nope. Anything fancy in the terms of weapons? Nope, just the same gun I got. Well, thank you very much. Mr. Coolway. Close to the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. The product of good genes or expensive aftermarket cosmetic work, Troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome, please behave yourself. Will do. Nothing a stern look can't usually solve. You have business here? Looking into the death of Sam Watts. Heard about that. Real shame what happened to him. There's a sharpness and cool size. The look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam is the type that needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually. What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated, didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Though I was going to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers prostrating for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. I appreciate you talking with me. Happy to help. Johnny Clean. Ah, the janitor. The man is dressed like a janitor, but wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, real thin, and has a cunning look in his eyes that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy, name's Johnny Clean. You new? I am. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, eh? True, quite true. I keep my mouth shut about it, too. That's the secret to keeping a job here, and staying alive in general. Gotta work. See you around. Uh-huh. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once. But with entities you can neither see nor hear. Told you it's not like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I am honored, your majesty. That's why I said use mustard instead. Cat butter. Forgive me, Jean, I was a fool. He looks you in the eye with his conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Okay, what do you got? Well, can't use any of it, but it's nice to know this is where I can get it from. Mrs. Kubota. Sizing you up as you approach and you get closer, you see that she's of mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house, mess with it at your peril," but her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa, good evening. You enjoying the Seamstresses Union? There should be plenty for a man like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely. Or is this business? Business. I suspected as much when you walked in. Oh my. What business do you have with me? I'm looking for information. Of course you are. Knowledge is power, eh? So I've been told. Soccer. And why should I help you? Sam Watts, I'm looking for his killer. Her face brightens, amused. Ah, so you are the little insurance policy he would go on about when he was drunk. His avenging angel who would strike back for him from beyond the grave. There's this place called the Seamstresses Union. During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high a number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it her Seamstresses Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born. So, former seamstress? No, perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union. How well did you know Sam? I knew him, we all did. Sam was a regular here. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough nuyen to become altered in some way, drugs, chips, alcohol. It didn't matter to Sam, as long as it was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. Indeed. We shall not go full scrumbles in this playthrough, but next time I think I'll make a troll whose entire mission is to punch Scorpion. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. Did you see Sam the night of his death? He was here, quite inebriated as he often was. Coyote worked the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Coolway, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested Jake escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. Would that I could. I've not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman, and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. She's dangerous, why fear for her? She's smart, why fear for her? I'm sure she can... Yeah, okay, either way. Please, if you are what you think you are, what I think you are, you know, there is always someone more dangerous. Her room is upstairs if you're looking for her. I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It's unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have it in action on my conscience. Here is the key. Got 2 elf dancers over there. Interesting. Leave no door unhacked. The stuffed bear seems to be hiding something. Yeah, I got some nitro. Doesn't look like there's anything in this room. I'm guessing this is Coyote's room. Frame painting of the Chicago skyline. It's in a stylized silhouette. Stand is littered with action movies and cigarette butts. Coyote's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. First paper. There's a receipt stuck between the pages and a diary entry. Read the diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. Getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco, but this cutted dreck keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. How I make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make for the seamstresses union. But he goes on these runs, these bozos all over my floor. I feel like he's just seeing how far I can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to be all one way? As soon as the last cutter was out the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like that again, he would be sleeping in the alley. First, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. Don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, got my bartending license, got this apartment, and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me more than his involvement with the cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life altogether. Slice out the fear that comes along with it. Okay. Inspect the receipt. A receipt from Browning Max Power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Second paper. Paper has a handwritten poem on it and a diary entry. Read the diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Parker reads my mind or diary. Maybe he does the latter. Wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Parker. Ever since last week, he hasn't mentioned the Cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely. But I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. Let's just say that Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. There's a receipt and an old photograph stuck between the pages. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. In the back of the photograph, a shadow scrolled on it. ECOD receipt for special order: 5 pounds of zebra meat from Maury's Meat Emporium, located near Pike's Place Market. You have a pet snake? Receipt from a wall safe installed near the bathroom door. Set it to a combination of 342436. Safe beeps cheerfully in response to the door comes open. Chetty flag grenade. Okay. He's ancient. Probably fished it out of the junkyard. Doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Hello, Shaman Cornel. Tapping the keyboard caused the dust-caked fans to spin up, and to display a on-screen password. Without the password, the only other button on the screen is password recovery option. Please enter the 3 security questions. Your first childhood pet. Shadow. Answer stored. Your favorite musical act. Well, we're gonna find the rest of this. Just save up the karma and get... Dang. Oh well, we won't need it. Suppose I've got to figure it out some way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know that a childhood pet was Shadow the Snake. Third paper. That gives us the name of the pet. Cutters. Receipt for Browning Max Power pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns and hot women turn her on. Yeah. before I kick him out. It's just a big gun. Browning max power. Childhood pet, Shadow. Favorite musical act. I don't think we've learnt that one yet. Yeah, just a framed Chicago skyline. Look like there's anything else to interact with. Let's see if the Madame can tell us anything. Coyote's favorite band. Indeed I do. She plays her Starfire records so loud you can hear them down here. I've told Mr. Cluey to have her turn that Drek down more than once. You know Paco? He's a ganger, a member of the Cutters. He's a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live long. No, I am a vegetarian. You know, Jim Park sold Coyote a gun recently. I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers around, but around here, you need a gun just to take the trash out to the dumpster. Yeah. You know that it's Starfire. How come she gets the biggest room? Password recovery. We got Shadow. We got Starfire. What is the name of your hometown? Well, I'm going to go ahead and guess it's Chicago. Nailed it. Hey, they got me 3 karma. Calendar. 3 days ago, meet with Delilah about gig. Today, meet Parko for date at Pike Place Market, due in 30 minutes. Huh. Coyote's contact has exactly 1 entry, someone named Parko. There is no comlink number or other contact information for him available. Does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. History. A quick scan of her recent searches shows that Coyote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. It also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. So, the Pike Markets. Coyote has a date with Parko at Pike Place Market the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. Yeah, I don't judge. Whether it be video games, random things, collecting old records, action figures, do what you want. Pike Place Market. You catch a cab from Touristville to Pike Place Market in a mercifully quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be mugged to probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Markets has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now it's a market for all things legal, illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though the most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's not a cult at all, eh? Look at that. That even looks like a spider. Who the... Jesus. The handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, completely undivided attention. Sir, you are a beautiful human, but you could be so much more. That sounds great. Tell me more. Wonderful. The Universal Brotherhood is a family, all encompassing all metahumans, sexes, and sexualities. We all strive to be the very best we can, to live more fulfilled, happy, and productive lives, and to support each other in doing so. Yes, very legally distinct. The first step is to simply come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Telestrian will be speaking about the importance of family in the sixth world. Please join us tomorrow, and the secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. You're crazy. You're not regular crazy either. You're stupid crazy. Refurbished flowers. Run that by me again, friend. How does one refurbish a flower? Do you just water them? I'm confused. Ah, here he is. The kid in front of you sports the trademark yellow of the Cutters gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. He seems distracted, though, glancing around with increasing agitation. He looks over as you approach. Watch yourself, what you want. Careful, kid. You Paco? Who the hell are you? I'm the one who's going to pretend you have better manners. I need to find Coyote. Yeah, that makes sense, Molly. And I need you to tell me why you think that's my problem. I'm not her boss. Find her yourself. I was just at the union. She's missed 2 shifts, and Mrs. Kubota hasn't been able to reach her on her comm. The tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Paco. The cutter is gone, and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Coyote's missing? Oh man, that would explain. You were supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. Look, sorry for getting in your face like that. What else do you know? If she's missing, I need to find her. Oh, fixer named Mr. Delilah. Coyote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know of him, sure. Lake doesn't allow any cutters to take side gigs, though, so I got no reason to deal with him. Coyote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Wait a minute. Trek, I know where she went. Damn, why couldn't she wait? Damn it. Taco, slow down. Where did she go? The Royale Apartments. The landlord. Stevie J runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Coyote grew up there. Doesn't like to talk about it much. He's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back, I heard Mr. Delilah was looking for Renner to steal some sort of item from under Stevie J's nose. He must have taken the job. I'm sure of it. And if his thugs caught her, there's a grim determination in Paco's eyes. I'm going over there. You coming? Zebra meat? What? Look, that shop's just down the block if you want to check it out. But I'm going to the Royale with or without your help. What's it going to be? I'll help get Coyote back, but you better be able to handle yourself in a fight. Things might get ugly. Of course I know my way into fight. Stevie J better be ready for the world of hurt. Paco curls his hand into a fist. Let's get moving. You're all just a few blocks from here. Where is this meat emporium, I wonder? I'm guessing this is the dude. A small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals, from cow and canine to the exotic and paranormal. Paranormal meat, eh? I bet it tastes out of this world. The pictures of the back of the stand feature a much older version of the man in front of you. As soon as he notices Paco, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford more. Relax, man. My friend just has a question. Everything cool here? Yeah, everything's swell. Manny continues to stare daggers in Paco's direction. Name's Manny. Now what do you want? You know someone named Coyote? Nope, I don't go much for the shaman stuff. Why would someone want to buy zebra meat from you? Some people eat it, but I wouldn't recommend that. Tough as nails. We mostly sell it to corp security teams who use it to reward their hellhounds. The flamers go crazy for the stuff for the same reason. That's why Coyote wanted zebra meat. Everyone talks about pet hellhound Stevie J keeps locked up somewhere in the Royale, and if she never picked it up. I got this receipt for this zebra meat. Still have it for me? I'll look it up. Yeah, I got it right here. 2 days past the pickup time. Didn't think anyone was going to come for it. Here, it's all yours now. And what's your problem with Paco? Why don't you ask him? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It means that your gang likes to stroll through here and relieve us merchants of our nuyen. My dad stood up to them, and he's still in the hospital. Look, that's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cutter ranks anyway. I couldn't do dreck about that even if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. I don't have time for this. We need to find Coyote. We will, in a minute. I still have questions. I'll be leaving now. Excuse me. As your eyes adjust to the flashing lights, you spot the body of a woman, dead on the pavement behind the police. Panic spreads across across Parker's face. Oh no, is that Coyote? This isn't happening, goddammit. Pull yourself together. Take a look. Is that her? Parker steps forward and breathes a huge sigh of relief. No, it's not her. Thank God. Look, let's not hang around here too long, alright? Too many Lone Star pigs around. Parker looks over at the victim again. It's too bad. Whatever happened here? I'm not going to let anything like this happen to Coyote. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately my voice is starting to give out, so I think I'm going to have to call it here for the night. Thank you so much for coming out and enjoying my playthrough of Shadowrun Returns. I'll return to this one next week, I think, and we can keep going. But again, thank you all for coming out. And have a good day.